go ahead and start.
Right.
Welcome in, guys. Happy Thursday. This is the Walker Report, part of NGSC Sports. Guys, remember the website. It's ngscsports.com for all your current sports content. Guys, I don't have a sponsor, but I have to do the shout out from my neighbor. He has a auto detailing company next to me. It's called Method Motorsports Auto Detailing. Services they offer are exterior wash and wax, interior deep cleaning, engine bay cleaning, ceramic coating. If you want to call locally in my area, the number to reach him is 609-334-6717. His name is Alex. Please contact him. He's my neighbor. He's a good guy. Actually, when I get back from my cruise in a couple of weeks, I think he's going to be doing my car. So, but he wanted me to give it, told me to give me, I saw him on last weekend. He wanted me to give a shout out on the podcast. He's not sponsoring us, guys, but he wanted me to give a shout out. So as a good neighbor, I'm going to shout him out. So that is his company called Method Motorsports Auto Detailing. So if you're in the Clearwater, Tampa Bay area of Florida, that would be, look that up on the internet and get in contact with Alex. All right, guys. Happy Thursday. There's Alec. All right, so we can go ahead and get started. If you guys want to, me and Alec did this on Tuesday. We can go division by division in the NFL and kind of give our winners of each division. We don't have to do records or anything, but just give our division winners. If you want to go through that, we can do that to start the show.
Sure.
Yeah.
You guys want to start in the AFC or NFC?
You want to flip a coin on that? I have no preference, so.
Okay.
Heads is heads AFC, tails NFC?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
It's heads.
AFC it is. Okay.
All right.
All right, so we will start. Let's start in the AFC. How about the AFC East?
Yes.
Buffalo, Miami.
East, North, South, West?
Yeah, that's fine. We could do that.
Okay.
We can do that. So you have Buffalo, Miami, the Jets, and the Patriots in that division.
Buffalo, New England, New York, Miami.
Okay.
I'm going Bills, the Fish, the Jets, and that team that will remain nameless. You people know who I'm talking about.
That the same way that the division ended up last year. That way, Buffalo, Miami, the Jets, and the Patriots were in last place.
Yes.
I'm going Buffalo. I'm going to surprise everybody. New England, Miami, the Jets.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think it's Buffalo, New England, Miami, and then the Jets. Aaron Glenn's got some organizing to do with that team. It could be close. In Miami, it depends on if Tua stays healthy and all that stuff too. So
yeah.
The AFC North is Baltimore, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, Cleveland.
Okay. Ravens, Bengals, Steelers, and the Browns.
You can say the Clowns. That's fine.
The Clowns.
The Cleveland Clowns.
Yes.
I'll go next. Bengals, Ravens, Steelers, Browns.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not too sold on Aaron Rodgers, being in Pittsburgh. I don't think he's gonna make much difference in the team, this year.
I have a bold prediction. I think he gets benched halfway through the season for Will Howard.
You're gonna give him at least a half a season? I would give him 1 quarter. You're being very generous.
Yeah, I probably am.
Yes. I won't hold it against you, but every dog I've seen today, and he's an old dog, so
I like that.
Yes. Adam,
Baltimore, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, Cleveland.
I'm ditto to that. Ditto to that.
Yeah.
Okay, the AFC South is Houston, Indianapolis, Jacksonville, Tennessee.
Yeah, the weakest link of the bunch.
It's a crapshoot other than Houston. Any of those teams could finish from second to fourth.
Exactly. Crash.
Yeah.
Well,
It's Houston,
the Colts starting quarterback is Daniel Jones. Do I need to say any more?
No. I have 2 words to say about that. I'm sorry. Colts fans, you have my sincere condolences.
Oh,
Good luck.
man. Ouch.
Or to put another way, ready, guys? Da 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 da. You suck. You suck. Da 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 da. You suck. You.
So I heard a rumor that Gerald might be coming on tonight.
Oh,
Really?
I didn't. Yeah, I put the
Oh.
link. I put the link in. He's part of our group chat. I don't know if he saw it or not. Let me share it with him real quick and see if he'll be able to come on. Hang on, guys. Let me share it with him real quick and see if he'll want to come on.
Make his comeback.
Did he do a show tonight? Because he was talking about
No.
doing a show.
September. He said September.
Oh, my bad. Okay, then I read that incorrectly. Okay.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be Monday, although I rather for Tuesday because Monday I got shall we say prior commitments.
I got stuck on all week now. So,
So I'm hoping it could be Tuesday.
the South is Houston's division.
Yes.
And then it's a race to the bottom
Yeah.
for the rest of the South. 2 through 4.
Let's put it this way: when it comes to football, they are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah. 3/4 of the division is the weakest link.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Jack,
I agree with all three of you. I think it's
Oh,
Houston.
Jack,
and everybody else.
Jacksonville, Indy, and then who's the Tennessee? Yeah, Tennessee.
Mhm. To close out the American Conference,
Football league.
West is Kansas City, LA Chargers, Denver Broncos, and the Vegas Raiders.
The Raiders.
Well, I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I'm gonna say the Broncos first.
Mm-hmm.
The Chiefs second. I mean, the Chiefs, I think have lost a step. I think they've lost some key players leading up to camp. So we can't really say it's going to be a sure thing. The Raiders, slight chance of improvement. With the Chargers, season to hell.
I'm gonna go. Where is it? Chargers. No,
Ooh.
Broncos, Chargers, Chiefs, Raiders.
Wow.
And I think there's a chance the Chiefs might miss the playoffs.
No.
Well, if Kelly's going to take his money on Taylor Swift, that might, that just might happen if he doesn't do that.
Not to be political or anything, I think that's a whole media stunt just to get attention on her.
Yeah, pretty much, but still to be a distraction.
What? That doesn't make any sense.
Nothing makes sense nowadays.
Well, look at this.
No, what you said doesn't make any sense.
Well, let's put it this way.
Why? She doesn't need it. She's a multi-billionaire.
Either does he.
Yeah, he is.
So then it's not, by that very definition, it's not a stunt.
Well, just remember, Carrie Underwood ruined the Dallas Cowboys. Oof. Okay.
Ouch.
Okay. I mean, she took one. I mean, look, you're trying to win a game there. She did the stand like, hey, hi, honey, I'll be right with you. I'm just going to get this field goal for the winning game. Like, uh-oh.
Yes, she did ruin the Dallas Cowgirls.
Yeah, I'm barely
where's Gerald when you need him?
Yeah, I was going to say, Gerald would not take that too lightly. He would not take that comment lightly. Hey, I just sent him the link, so if he pops in here,
cool.
It's up to him.
Well, did you see that Olave is in Denver now.
The wide receiver?
Yep.
What?
Yeah. He left the Saints?
All right, that's what I heard the other day. He got traded.
Yep.
No, that was Damon Vele.
Oh, right. Yes.
Let me look. I'm curious. Let's look at it up. Olave, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
If that's so, then that for fantasy, that's a huge upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
No, he's still a
I
Saint.
see.
He's
Okay.
still a Saint.
I saw
So-
that he had gotten it. They must have got the.
Damon Vele that got traded because he's buried on the Broncos depth chart. They've
Yeah.
got a crapshoot behind Sutton for the number 2.
Just like in Seattle too, though.
They said that he's had a quiet camp. Olave has had a quiet preseason.
He'd be a good fit in Denver.
He would with Bo Nix. That would be a sneaky good wide receiver core then. Him, Cortland Sutton,
Mm-hmm.
Troy Franklin.
Oh, okay. Okay. So this is what I saw. They got the name wrong. Got you. Okay.
Yeah, I like Denver, KC, LA, and Vegas. I think would be my pick.
I do think the
Agreed.
Chargers get a wild card though.
Yep. There we go.
Right.
Okay. Oops, that's wrong. Yeah, I think the Chargers and the Chiefs battle for the wild card.
Mm.
Oh Jesus! It's the second inning and the Rays are down 5-1.
I just saw the
Jeez.
thing on my phone pop up.
We're off today. I see. Because I think that so we have the 4 division winners. We have 2 with Baltimore, 2 with
Cincinnati?
Cincinnati, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody took Buffalo.
Everybody took Houston.
Everybody took Houston, and we're going 4 different ways with the West. So,
Yeah.
well, 2 took Denver, 1 took
LA?
the Chargers. Yeah, I think that then I think the Chiefs are a wild card team. Hey, Pittsburgh's a wild card team. And I think the other wild card team.
You really think Pittsburgh's going to be a wild card team?
No.
Yes. Yes.
Truthfully,
I don't know.
can Aaron Rodgers stay healthy the entire season?
No.
Yeah.
If he doesn't, I don't trust Mason Rudolph.
No.
I would kind of trust Will Howard. And I'm not saying that as an Ohio State fan.
Well, Will Howard's already been hurt, so
I would trust him more than Mason Rudolph.
Yeah.
Because
I
we've seen the Mason Rudolph experience in Pittsburgh.
Yes.
And it's not particularly pretty.
Pretty ugly.
We haven't seen the Will Howard experience yet.
Giants are up 7-0 over the Patriots in the preseason.
yeah.
Paxton Gart.
Bradley and I on our show tonight, we went over a way too early mock draft. And we thought, tell them how we thought it was, Bradley.
Futile. I think was the word we used. Futile.
Futile.
Atrocious.
We haven't played one college football game yet. How the heck are you mock drafting everybody when we haven't played one college football game?
And then try to guess who they think the number 1 pick's going to be.
Wolves, Pistons, and Grizzlies.
Arch Manning?
Nope.
No.
The quarterback from Penn State.
Oh, Drew Allen?
Yeah.
No, they had Nussmeier number 1, bud.
Oh,
And
okay.
LSU.
Nussmeier 1, 2 was Drew Aller
Drew Aller was number 2.
to the Browns.
We haven't even played it down to Pro Bowl, let alone college ball.
That's what I mean.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, how can you do a mock draft when you don't know? Like, and they had the Saints getting the number 1 pick. They took a quarterback. Like, how are you going to tell me they're going to take another one? They just took one this year.
Well, they took Tyler Shuck, and if he
in the
shucks,
second round.
yeah, if he shucks, they can justify, like, if they go 4-13, and Shuck is
Well, the thing is, they
Oh.
haven't named. Kellen Moore hasn't named a starting quarterback yet.
if they go with Spencer, either way they go. Spencer Rattler, Tyler Shuck, both of them see action, and they're 4-13, and Netzmeyer, Beck, Aller are all sitting there. Let's say one of them's a national champion.
I think Aller and Nussmeier are first round picks. I don't think Carson Beck's a first round pick.
I don't see why he wouldn't be a first round pick.
Yeah.
I don't see Arch coming out, but then again,
No. But there's a lot of hype.
Again, hard to say. It's again way too early to speculate because we haven't seen him play. If he has, it really depends on what Texas does this year.
Yeah.
And depends on whether he wants to come back for one more year of college
y'all will
ball.
laugh at this. I was reading something this morning and watching. People are like, "Oh, Texas, it's not going to even be close against Ohio State. Texas is going to beat Ohio State by 40."
Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I have to say.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
And people are pinning it. Oh, Ohio State lost all this talent to the NFL. And they don't want to. The thing is, they don't want to talk about how much talent Texas lost to the NFL.
Right.
Neither team's going to win by 40. It's going to be
No.
If the wheels would have to fall off for one or the other to win by 40.
Exactly.
I could see 21. I could see
14. I could see a 2-score.
I could see 3 scores. I could see, late in the fourth quarter, we had it pretty much
21-14.
Pretty much dead even. It's 53% to 46%. The line is only 2. So that's how close the gamblers believe it's going to be. So,
I would take
the 2-point favorite.
There's people out there saying take Texas plus the points.
Texas and the points.
Plus,
well, I mean, you kind of have to.
I would say stay away from that and take Texas or Ohio State on the money line.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it would be +2 because Texas is the underdog. Ohio State's the favorite -2. The over-under is 47 and a hook. So that's how
I don't think they can get to 47.
For some odd reason, I would take the under. I don't think there's going to be a lot of scoring. I don't think they're going to get the 47 points.
47 isn't hard to get to for those two teams.
No, it isn't, but it's not easy either.
Well, it would be.
And it's the first game of the season.
It's 48, so that's 24 each. So that I think they can both score 24 or more. In all reality.
I think either one of the teams could get to 50 on their own.
I would say yes, but Arch hasn't really started a game yet, and Julian's saying this will be his first start.
Right.
Which
I could see this game very easily going right down to the wire, or one team coming apart late in the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say Ohio State has a 10-point lead with 8 minutes to go. Either way, you have a 10-point lead with 8 minutes to go, and you need a drive from one of the two quarterbacks, and he throws a bad pick. He throws a pick, He throws a bad pick. It's a pick six, and all of a sudden it goes from a 10-point game to a 24 or to a 17-point game. He goes out and he's pressing even harder than he already was. There's another bad pick, and it's quickly a 24-point game with 3 minutes to go. I can see it quickly getting either side, getting out of hand for either side quickly.
Yeah.
I could also see one team dominating the first half and the other team dominating the second half, and it being a 38-35 barn burner at coming down to a last second, field goal one way or the other, and overtime. This has the hallmarks of a mid-afternoon, early September, late August, early September classic, late summer classic to start the year. I think it's going to be a really good game. I think it go either way. I like the money line. If you're on Texas, take Texas in the points. If you're on Ohio State, if you're on Ohio State, don't give the points because you can't win, but you can only win by 1. So giving 2, take OU into points. If you're on OU, then take OU into points. So I think either way you go.
Take OSU in the money line. Because that's what I'm doing if I'm betting on the game is I'm taking Ohio State in the money line. Because I would feel more comfortable taking Ohio State or Texas on the money line compared to taking the spread. Because it's only 2 points. You have a better chance of getting the money line than you do the spread. Because if one team goes over the spread, which is 2, you automatically lose.
Yes.
It depends on which way you go.
Back to the NFL.
If you take
right.
Real quick, Lou, Red Sox, Yankees.
1-1.
1-1 in the fourth.
Yep.
Come on, Red Sox.
NFC East. So this is the defending champs. Eagles, Commanders, Cowboys, Giants.
And that's how it's going to finish.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
I'll tell you what, if the way I know we can't judge the regular season by the preseason, but if Jackson Dart can do what he's done, and of course you got Wilson, I think the Giants might be a strong contender this year in the East. So I wouldn't knock him out. I mean, okay, I'm not saying it's going to be a Super Bowl season, but it's going to be very respectable.
Let me ask you this.
Here it comes.
So you say if Dart plays good, then the Giants can be a contender. Then in that case, who finishes in last place? Would it still be the Giants or would it be the Cowboys?
I'm sorry to say, but I think it's going to be the Cowboys. I mean, they're really falling apart, the last couple of years. And last year was like
I agree, and I think Schottenheimer was a joke of a hire.
Yeah, that's what I keep thinking. I was really worried about this going into the season. Like Schottenheimer's kid. Okay, I don't know. So this,
I think, for some odd reason, deep down, my brain and my gut is telling me that Schottenheimer is going to be one and done.
That's what I was thinking.
I don't think he's going to make it through the season.
I think Schottenheimer's a sacrificial lamb. I think there's somebody
because they want somebody bigger. They want a Gruden. They want a Belichick. They want Dion. They want a Dion if he'll leave college and go to the NFL.
No, I'll just say I think it's Bill. I think
he's the scapegoat, just like we talk about Sam Pittman in college.
Mm-hmm.
There's a scapegoat on Arkansas staff, and the guy was the head coach already. Brad knows who I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Bobby Petrino.
He was there, but got in trouble with the women there on campus, and
now he's back.
Now he's back.
He says, "You thought you got rid of me? No, not so fast."
That horn dog is always staying in trouble.
Well, you guys talk about Schottenheimer. Marty just he couldn't get over the hump. Everywhere
right.
he was like one game away from the conference championship, couldn't get over the hump in San Diego / LA. With the Chiefs, he just could not get over the hump.
Yeah.
A great head coach that,
Mm-hmm.
like we talk about players getting Super Bowl rings. Like he's one of those guys as a coach that should have had one before he retired.
Couple of them.
He should have.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. So this, guys, I think this is going to be the most competitive division in football this year.
AFC North.
Yeah.
Correct. Lions, Vikings, Packers, Bears.
Lions,
I will go.
Vikings,
take
Packers, Bears.
Oh my.
I am going to throw a curveball here. Bears, Lions, Packers, Vikings.
The Bears suck.
Yes.
I don't know where this Bears love is coming from, but they blow
Ben
big
Johnson.
baby chunk. So what? He's not. He's an unproven first-year head coach.
Exactly.
Where's this Bears love coming
You
from?
never know.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why they play the games. Okay, that's why they play the games. But
if I'm wrong, you'll hear it from me first if I'm wrong. I take full ownership if the Bears suck this year again and they don't win the division. I'm owning up to it right now.
I just don't know where this. What did they do in the offseason? Who did they pick up? They still have Caleb Williams, who's unproven. Who's their number one receiver that they have? Who's
DJ
gonna make
Moore?
that? DJ Moore struggled all of last year.
Well, and then they took your boy Colston.
They took Loveland, who's an unproven tight end in the NFL. They didn't do dick all to improve that defense, which they scuffled last year. It's gonna be this.
Why I think the Bears might win the division. Please let me explain. I think the reason the Bears have been bad the last 2 years is coaching. And when Eberflus was the coach last year, I think the guys did not want to play for him. And from what I've seen in training camp and the preseason, it seems like the attitude and the culture in Chicago has changed since Ben Johnson took the head coaching job. It seems like they care and want to play for Ben Johnson and the coaching staff. And as I said, it could all go wrong and they could finish in last place again. But can we at least give them a little bit of a chance?
No.
I'm going to take Green Bay, Detroit, Minnesota, Chicago.
I'm going to go Lions, Vikings, Packers, and
Bears.
The Bears.
Okay.
The Bears. The
NFC South: Bucks, Falcons, Panthers, Saints.
Yep, that's it.
No, Bucks, Panthers, Falcons, Saints.
Yeah, I'll go with that too.
Yeah, that's not that one's not very hard to choose.
And the only reason I put the Panthers in front of the Falcons is because the Falcons had a really good chance to win the division last year.
And they've got some offensive line issues too this year. So
yeah.
Did we Alec freeze up? I don't.
You know, it looks like it. I can hear you though.
Yeah.
Okay. Because you
sounded all night.
Okay, cool.
I'm just kidding.
No, it's fine. It's fine, buddy. It's fine. He must have froze up.
Right.
The NFC West is Rams, Seahawks, Cardinals, 49ers.
I think that's a super interesting division.
Yeah.
There it is.
I think the Rams I think everybody's gotten better in that division.
Did I?
Except maybe
Was that Bradley? Was that me that disconnected, or was it?
Yeah.
It was you,
That was
Doug,
you.
yeah.
Yes.
Everybody, yep.
Yes.
I said it's best you sounded all night. I'm just kidding.
But up.
I think outside of San Francisco, I think everybody's done a really good job of trying to get better in the offseason. I think I like that Cardinals secondary with Will Johnson. He's balled out in the preseason. Again, it's preseason. We don't know. We won't see. I like the Rams. I like the Rams to win it.
You know what? I'm going to say this about the Cardinals. I criticize them for taking Will Johnson in the second round. I said that was a reach.
Always drop a ball.
I could still be right, but at the same time, I could be completely wrong.
Yeah, I like the order that I said them in: Rams, Hawks, Cardinals, 49ers.
Oh, I didn't go. I'm taking the Seahawks, Rams, Cardinals, 49ers.
I almost said Giants.
I think the reason I won't take Seattle is Sam Darnold.
Yeah, I don't trust that either. So
I don't trust Sam Darnold.
I'm taking the Seahawks because of their defense.
okay.
The defense could be great, but if they have to play a lot of short
Possession.
Short fields. If the offense struggles, if Darnold throws 2 picks a game, Darnold averages a pick or 2 a game, and they have to punt a lot, and they're punting from deep in their own territory, and their opponents are getting the ball in the plus. I don't care how you could have an amalgamation of the 85 Bears, the 2000 Ravens, and the Legion of Boom, and be able to rotate in some, Ronnie Lott and John Lynch.
Or William the Refrigerator Perry.
He's part of the 85 Bears, so he would already be there. Some amalgamation therein of all of those guys. I don't care how good of a defense you have. If you're giving up, if the opponent is already starting on the plus, so if they're already starting on their own plus 30, plus 40, plus 50, if they're starting in your territory 3, 4, 5, 6 times a game, it just makes the workload that much. Jesus. Yeah. I'm gonna calm down.
What's going on over there, Adam?
I just blew out my own ear. I got my earbud in tonight. I blew out my own ear.
Okay.
It fucking gain spiked on me and just. So that's the thing is I worry about. I think what's Sam Darnold? Are we gonna get to see go Sam Darnold? Are we gonna get?
Or are we gonna get the Sam Darnold we had last year?
For 16, 17 weeks of that Sam Darnold? And then are we going to get the Sam Darnold that struggled in the playoffs, the last week of the regular season and the divisional round or the wild card round? That's what I worry about. And then I kind of worry about every team in that division. That division is wide open.
Yes.
Well, I was telling Brad on our show earlier that I know Stafford's back at practice. But if he takes one hit on that back, he's done for the season, and their backup is Jimmy Garoppolo.
And Jimmy could be a serviceable backup.
But at this stage of his career, do you think he's a starter?
No.
I mean, if Stafford gets hurt, they're not going to have a choice unless they want to start Stetson Bennett.
Right.
Which is even worse. That just makes me gargle in my mouth. Thinking about Stetson Bennett having to start games for the Rams.
Yeah. And again, we talk about it all the time, but that's where coaching comes in.
Right.
I mean, that's what they get for not. That's what they get for not drafting a quarterback in the draft.
Yes.
And having somebody waiting in the wings for Stafford.
That's what Stetson Bennett was supposed to be. That's why they picked him in the 6th round 2 years ago.
Yes.
Or 7th
The
round.
operative word there being supposed to.
And that's what you bring in. You have Garoppolo as your primary backup. You have Stetson Bennett on the practice team, learning the playbook, getting your signals, being at the facility, so that in a year or two, when you're ready to transition from Stafford to Bennett, and he's been in the organization, he knows the plays, he knows the protections, and hopefully you don't have to rush him out there. He can be a project quarterback that you can take a couple years. And because you have a guy like Stafford on staff, it's not like a situation like the Saints where they need a franchise guy yesterday. Or
I
Atlanta.
don't trust Spencer Rattler.
Yeah.
We saw that experiment last year when they still had old man Derek Carr.
Right.
Brad, when we went over that mock draft, did they have the Rams taking quarterback?
Yes. Yes, they did, but late in to replace it was the kid from Clemson. It was near the end of the Klubnik was the end of the first round.
The first round,
Yeah.
Which we both said that depending on what Klubnik could be a first round pick, but then again, he could also be like a second, third round pick if he has a really bad season.
And Cade Klubnik's not a day one starter.
No. He's somebody that needs, I'm not going to say development, but
that was the word I was getting. He's a project quarterback. You're not going to, he's not plug and play. If you draft him, you're drafting him with the idea under the idea that Stafford has got 2 years left, and you're gonna teach Jimmy. You're saying, okay, Stafford is healthy all year. Jimmy's a stopgap in case Stafford gets hurt. Stetson Bennett didn't work out. So if you work out Stetson Bennett for another year, and you don't feel like he's made enough progress, then you draft Cade Klubnik into the first round, beginning of the second round. Obviously, under the guys that Stafford didn't take a shot and his back disintegrate on him.
Well, the other question I got is, do you think Stafford retires if Sean McVay retires?
Okay. Why would say yeah? Well, I don't see Sean McVay retiring.
I'm saying if he did, because there was talks last year that when who is it that has Thursday night football?
Eagles, Cowboys.
No. What?
Prime. Amazon.
Prime wanted Sean McVay to be one of the analysts on Thursday Night Football, and they gave him a lot of money. He was very close to saying yes. So that's why I throw the question out there: is if Stafford. It could be either or. If Stafford retires, does McVay retire? Or does McVay stay another year and then retire?
He's so young, though. I couldn't imagine him retiring now. Jeez. He's only 39. I just can't see him retiring anytime soon. I mean, maybe, but
because you got at some point he's got to retire, and I would think they've got his heir apparent on staff, maybe.
Yeah, but he's not even 40 yet, so you're looking at another. Feasibly, he could easily coach for another 30 years. If he wants to. He hasn't even turned 30 yet. He's only been with you. He's only been the coach there. He hasn't even been there 10 years yet.
Speaking of coaches, guys, MSN ranked the NFL coaches from 1 to 32.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to go through the list of where they have this. We'll start at 1 and go to 32.
Okay.
Give us 5.
Anybody want to take a shot at who they think number 1 is?
Mike
Andy
Mike
Reid.
Tomlin.
Andy Reid is number 1.
Yeah, of course.
Number
Andy
2
Reid
is the
at
guy.
1.
Number 2 is the
Nick
guy
Sirianni
you
at 2.
just got done talking about.
Mike Tomlin at 2.
Sean McVay.
McVay
No,
at
Sean
2.
McVay.
Okay.
Interesting.
McVay is number 2. Number 3 is Nick Sirianni.
Sirianni.
For the Eagles.
Sirianni.
Sean Payton is ranked 4th for the Broncos.
Okay.
Number 5 is John Harbaugh.
Okay.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Who's better than Jim?
And number 6 is Jim.
No kidding.
That's way too high.
Who's 6?
7 is Tomlin. 6 is Jim Harbaugh.
That's way too high.
Yeah.
Tomlin's 7.
Okay.
Dan Campbell is 8.
Mr. Biting kneecaps.
Now.
Matt LaFleur is 9.
Too high.
Pete Carroll is 10.
Too high.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Kyle Shanahan is 11.
I like to call him Kyle Shanahanigans.
Yes.
Kevin O'Connell is number 12.
Okay.
All right.
Dan Quinn is 13.
Okay.
Mike Vrabel is 14.
Okay.
Sean McVay is 15. This guy's ranked way too low. D'Amico Ryans for Houston is 16.
Yeah, I think it's too low.
That's too
low.
low.
Yeah.
No, number 17 is the local boy in my neighborhood, Todd Bowles, is 17.
Oh.
Really?
Uh-huh.
That's high.
18 is Mike McDaniel, who is on the hot seat.
Yeah.
Right.
Mikey boy.
Miami.
Mikey 2
One day
M's.
closer to death.
Zach Taylor.
Yeah.
Zach Taylor is 19.
Okay.
20 is Kevin Stefanski.
He's on the hot seat too.
That's true.
21 is Mike McDonald, who I think is a first-year head coach in Seattle, right? This is his
Second
second year with the Seahawks.
Yep.
Jonathan Gannon is the new head coach in Arizona. He's ranked 22nd.
Okay.
No, he's been there for a couple years.
Raheem Morris is number 23.
Raheem.
24 is Shane Steichen, who I guess is also on the hot seat, if I'm not mistaken, for the Colts.
Yeah.
Dave Canales is number 25 with the Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They have Ryan Dable at 26.
Yeah.
Not me.
They have Brian Callahan for Tennessee at 27. They have Liam Cohen, which they said is not rated. I don't know why that's
Who was
not that way, but
26?
Brian Dable.
20.
Which
Brian,
he's on the hot seat.
They have Liam Cohen, Aaron Glenn, all the new coaches, Ben Johnson. These are all the coaches. Kellen Moore with the Saints, and then Schottenheimer with the Cowboys, because they haven't had their first year head coaches, so they didn't rate those guys. And that's fair, because again, they haven't had a season yet to determine where they would rank among everybody else. So
Yeah.
For sure.
let's see. There's another one. Oh, so this would be NFL. Okay, so this is also MSN. They're ranking the 32 defenses in the NFL. So this is defensive rankings. And we're going to start here. I'll go, let's see, who do they have first? Is it 1 to 32? Okay, this is going to go backwards, guys. So this is going backwards. This is 32 to 1. So this is worst to first. They have the Saints at 32.
Yep.
They have the Browns at 31.
No surprise.
They have the Raiders at 30.
Okay.
They have the Oops. Sometimes I hate when ads pop up.
Same here.
Let's see, who's next? They have Carolina at 29.
Okay.
They have Jacksonville at 28.
Okay.
The Jets at 27.
Okay.
Tennessee at 26.
Sure.
The Atlanta Falcons at 25.
Okay.
The Dolphins at 24. The Giants at 23.
Okay.
The Colts at 22.
Okay.
The Seahawks at 21. So the top 20 is San Francisco at 20. They have the Cardinals at 19. Steelers at 18. Cowboys at 17.
Mm-hmm.
They have the Patriots at 16.
Mm.
Green Bay at 15.
Mm-hmm.
Houston at 14. The Commanders at 13. Rams at 12. Chargers at 11. The Broncos at 10. Buccaneers at 9. Bears at 8. The Bengals at 7. Minnesota at 6. Detroit at 5. Kansas City at 4. The Bills at 3. The Eagles at 2, which means number 1 is the Ravens. So that's how they have them ranked. MSN did that. I just happened to see that, and I wanted to bring those up and see if you guys agree, disagree, or
Yeah. I think that's
for
pretty.
the most part.
Yeah.
I can't think of any that I disagree with.
Okay.
I mean, it's hard to say.
I mean, I think the Browns are a little defensively. The Browns are a little too low.
Maybe I could see that.
Good. Myles Garrett. You're gonna tell me Myles Garrett doesn't matter?
No.
And let me see. I'm going through my notes, guys, here real quick with the NFL.
Okay.
So let's see. This is an ESPN article. This is ranking. Oh, these are the most watchable teams. So again, this is ranked again from 1 to 32. This is ESPN. This is not MS. This is not MSN. This is all right. So let me. All right. So this is ESPN's rankings of most. Excuse me. Most watchable to least watchable. 1 is Washington. 2 is Baltimore. 3 is Detroit. 4 is Cincinnati. 5 is Philly. Atlanta is 6. Tampa Bay is 7. Jacksonville is 8.
Hold up. How is Atlanta? Where did you say Atlanta was?
6.
Yeah.
I think because of Michael Penix and company, that's why I think that's why they're.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, that makes.
You had them ahead of Buffalo and Cincinnati. Okay.
Yeah. Well, no, Cincinnati was 4.
To me, Josh Allen's more watchable than Michael Penix.
Yeah, because I haven't even. Yeah, they got Jacksonville. They got the Raiders, Packers at 10. Buffalo's 11. according to ESPN.
Wow.
So
That's disrespectful.
It is.
Vikings at 12, Houston at 13, Dallas at 14, Denver at 15, San Francisco at 16, the Patriots at 17, Dolphins at 18, Colts at 19, Steelers at 20, Chicago 21, Giants at 22, Tennessee at 23, Jets at 24, Chargers at 25, Panthers at 26, Rams at 27, Cardinals 28, Seahawks 29, Chiefs 30, Saints 31. So the Cleveland Browns are the 32. So they're the least watchable team for
You'd be surprised by that?
ESPN.com. So yeah.
Yeah.
Are
No,
we
I think
are we surprised?
No.
You got the Browns?
I
But the
think Cleveland's going to be the most watchable team this year. I'm going to watch that car crash unfold week in, week out.
Slow motion car accident, or is there going to be a head on just a massive
Both. Both.
massive?
It's gonna start out. It's gonna start out as a slow two car incident and quickly snowball into a 10-car pileup.
Oh, Lord of mercy.
I think Cleveland has the potential to be an absolute shit show of epic proportions this year. I think them, Oakland, Atlanta, Miami.
You mean Las Vegas?
Them too.
Oakland doesn't have a team anymore.
Nope.
Neither does Las Vegas.
The Raiders are in Las Vegas.
I mean, in name only.
Yes.
They don't have a team there.
No.
They're the only team I was doing I did a mock schedule. And they were the only team I had going 0-17.
Who, the Raiders?
And that's because I think they played New Orleans at some point. I had New Orleans at 2-15. I flipped the coin.
There's no way the Raiders lose every single game.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though they're that bad, I think he's right. I mean, even though they're that bad, still, I don't think they're going to be as bad as, say, some previous.
I see 6 or 7 wins for the Raiders with a.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, washed Geno Smith.
He is washed up, though.
I think Geno gets benched halfway through the season.
Yeah.
For Cam Miller. Because that's Brady's. They're saying he could be the next Brady.
Yeah, I've been hearing that for 20 years.
Because he was handpicked by Brady.
Oh, they tied Seattle. Let's see, they open with New England. They get the Chargers at home, then the Commanders, then the Bears. Colts, I guess they could probably beat the Colts. They could beat the Titans.
Hey,
And then
anything can happen on any given Sunday.
Well, yeah.
True.
Still.
Wait, they play Cleveland in another slow motion car wreck. That's a circle your calendar game.
Right.
If you hate football,
It is a car wreck, you know.
If you hate good
Hopefully they don't put that in prime time.
Oh, it's a 4:05 game.
When I say prime time, I mean like Sunday night football, Monday night football, Thursday night. Because you know how the NFL is. They like to give us crappy games on Thursday night and Sunday night and Monday night.
Yes.
Well, 90% of the time, you make the schedule 6 months in advance. You have no idea what's going to happen. And it's
No,
not their
I
fault,
wish
both
the
quarterbacks.
thing is, I wish they would change it and let you early in the season flex games out of Thursday night and Monday night and Sunday night. That they don't think these teams, so and so is not going to be good. So let's flex them out of Thursday night. Let's flex them out of prime time and put them on Sunday and put somebody else in that slot. Because they can do that later in the season. I wish they could do it throughout the season.
Yeah, I think. Well, the reason I don't think they flex any of those early games is because of travel. Because so many of those tickets are already sold.
Yes.
And it's so much. There's so many moving parts to move a game.
Yeah.
They don't want to just start moving games willy-nilly. They want to wait until the end of the year when they know who the better teams are, and sometimes Oakland and Cleveland can put in can
Vegas.
Vegas and Cleveland can put on a good game, and they'll get crucified if they flex Cleveland to Sunday afternoon and move Green Bay, Minnesota to Sunday night.
Why would they get crucified if they do that? It's the Packers and Bears.
Packers and Vikings.
Packers and Vikings. Which is better than watching the Browns get slaughtered on Sunday night.
Given the choice, would you rather be motivated by one school or by 1,000 motivates?
Jameis Winston just threw a touchdown pass.
Take a picture.
Jameis.
Just threw a touchdown pass. 14-0 Giants.
Yeah.
Gerald will be jumping on here in a little while, guys. Just to let you know.
Okay, great.
Been texting. He goes, is Alex here? I go, no, Alex isn't on. He goes, oh, okay, then I'll hop on in a few minutes. I go, okay. Okay. No, Alex, we had a long conversation, me and him, and yeah, that's for a different story. So
no, we parted ways with Alex quite a while ago now.
Yeah.
You could say I was the replacement.
Yeah. Well, Alex crucified himself. So, thinking back, we always, and, my partner even asked the night that last night he was on here, is that we usually will wait for the pick, then talk about who made the pick. And I don't think any of us really got a chance to talk that evening. I'm like,
No.
I think I passed the host on to Adam, and then I jumped off, and everyone else jumped off shortly after that. And he messaged me. He's like, dude, what's going on, man? I'm like, everyone's getting off. Like, got a long night, and we'll talk about it in the morning. He called me a couple of days later, and everything was explained to him what had happened. So, but
yeah,
again, that's in the past.
It's just yeah.
Pro. But yeah, Gerald, it'll be coming on.
They're showing Rocky the Bull is at the Rays game.
Is he?
Mm-hmm. With DJ Kitty and Raymond.
You know what? I honestly miss. Well, being that I was at the Rays games last year, the mascot races that they do during the games. They usually have Raymond.
That's the one thing I like about baseball is all the races they do. Like Atlanta, you got the Freeze. That's my favorite one because everybody thinks, oh, I've got however much head start it is, I'm going to beat the Freeze.
That's where you kind of got to pace yourself a little bit and save your energy for the end. You get off to a jogging start, then you start running as soon as he starts taking off. Either that or become a track star and do what he does. One of the two.
I like that one. I like the sausage race in, I think it's Milwaukee.
Yes, and then they have
the President's race in Washington.
In Washington for the Nationals, yeah. That one's cool too.
Maybe I'm just jaded, but I hate all of that stuff.
I was watching a channel the other day, and they were talking about the JFK files. That's government stuff. I'm not going to get a politics on this show, but how they released all the JFK files now, or not all of them, but most of them. So, yeah. So anyway,
Right.
we do have, I mean, big time college football starts next week, but we do have some college football games. I think
Yes.
Iowa State, Kansas State plays in Ireland.
Yeah, that's in Dublin on Saturday at noon. That's the
Right.
marquee game this week.
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm too.
What? K-State is the favorite. It's 3 points. The over-under is 51 and a hook.
I would take the over.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be a lot of points. Oh, Cash, what are you doing? Take him out. Take Boyle out of the game. He's already
ESPN
given up
predictor
6
has
runs.
Kansas State as a 63-point favorite to win the game. Iowa State's only got 38%, according to ESPN.
Hey, it's college football. Anything can happen.
Yes.
And that's why they
Proven last year, Vanderbilt beat Alabama, and Oklahoma beat Tennessee.
I never thought that would happen.
Neither did I.
You can say Georgia Tech too.
Yeah, Georgia Tech beat Miami, and it's been the last 2 years.
I mean, did hell freeze over that day and we didn't know about it?
Possibly.
I
Did somebody tick off Georgia Tech for the second
Yes.
straight year?
Yes.
I think Georgia Tech beats Miami for a third straight year.
I wouldn't doubt it.
And
I saw
I
somebody
think Florida State is going to win more games than people think.
Well, if they win 2 games, they'll win one more than last year.
No, it would have to be 3.
Yeah.
Did they manage another win last year that I missed?
Yeah, they went 2 and
2 and 10.
10 a year
2 and
ago.
10.
2 and 10.
The thing is, I want to say something. Thomas Castellanos, what are you doing? Saying that nobody's better than your defense and that you can beat Alabama?
Well, that's who they start with.
Maybe with a baseball bat.
And I'm sorry. I think Alabama's going to slaughter Florida State in Tallahassee.
Oh,
It sounds like it, doesn't it?
Don't tell that to my friend who's a big FSU fan. He thinks they're gonna blow Alabama out.
I think it's gonna be.
I have to have him come on here one time and talk how much he loves Florida State football. So
He's been on before.
But
Yes.
I think Florida State gets slaughtered. I think it's over by halftime.
they really, I mean, FSU doesn't really have a challenge until Miami in week 5.
After Alabama.
After the Alabama game. Yeah.
I don't know. I think this isn't your son's Alabama. This is a new lucky Alabama. You know. I'm not entirely sold on Caleb DeVore.
I want to pull my hair out. Cash waited one batter too late to take our starting pitcher out. And now there's bases loaded, no outs, top of the 5th. Rays are down 6-3. I really don't want to give up on watching the Rays, but I'm starting to think I might have to.
See.
And save myself the hassle of every night almost wanting to pull my hair out because of the stupidity the Rays pull.
Yes.
See, Brad wouldn't know about that because he's a Red Sox fan and they're in second place.
No, they're in 3rd. They're behind the Yankees. We're behind the Yankees now. The Yankees.
But if you sweep the Yankees, you'll be in second place.
Yeah, well, they're down a run right now. It's 3-2 Yankees in the 5th. I think, right? Who is it? They in the fifth?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bottom 5.
If
The
you
Yankees
sweep
just
them
went
and the Blue Jays lose their weekend series, you might be able to take first place.
the Jays just don't. The Jays just don't. Can't.
Go
They just
away.
continue to win. Yeah, they just continue to win.
And they won the other day without Vladdy Guerrero in the lineup. He's missed the last 2 games with a hamstring injury. Which, if he has to go on the injured list, that's a big loss for their offense.
Well, I think also with the Red Sox, I think Wheeler Brady is on the IL too.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Just Nixon.
The password has been called up, as they call him. They call him the password because of his name.
That is one of the best. One of the best nicknames in baseball. The password.
The password.
I just like being the best team in the American League.
Please win the World Series this year.
We're gonna try. Well, try to do that every
I
year.
agree. Let that
As
be.
long as it's not the Dodgers, I'm fine.
Road trip time. Yeah.
Well, then they're only the Tigers are 76 and 53, Milwaukee's 80 and 48. So they're not too far, about 3 games or so.
Give or take, but Milwaukee has been tearing it off.
They win today?
Oh,
The Brewers win today?
I don't know.
Yes.
But they were like
4-1 over the Cubs.
The Cubbies.
They've won like 9 games in a row or some shit like that.
They split the double. I believe they played a double header on Wednesday. Because the second game, they were supposed to play doubleheader Tuesday, but the second game got rained out, so they moved it to Tuesday. I mean, they moved it to yesterday, and they split the doubleheader with the Cubs yesterday, and then obviously won today. But yeah, the Brewers have been just ransacking everybody.
Didn't they have like a 14 or 15 game winning streak come to an end?
14 game winning streak, and it was ended by the Reds over the past weekend.
The Reds that sit 1 game out of the final, or half a game out of the final wild card spot in the National League.
Please let the Reds sneak into the playoffs, please.
Half a game back.
If the Tigers don't win the World Series, the other team I want to see win the World Series, because I don't think they've won one in recent times, is the Reds.
I'd love the Padres to win one.
The 3 teams I would like to see win one are the Tigers, Padres, Reds. In that order.
I like that. I like that.
And I'll throw a bonus one in there. I don't know if this team's going to make the playoffs, but maybe the Marlins, if they sneak in.
Are the Marlins even close? Aren't they like 12 games back in the wild card?
7 games back of the wild card spot.
Okay.
And they've been playing. They have one of the best records since like June 4th.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't trade Sandy Alcantara at the trade deadline.
Right.
Which, looking back at it, I think that was a good decision. Because I think they're waiting to trade him till the offseason.
Possibly.
That's the only logical thing I could think of is, we didn't want to trade him at the deadline because we want him to finish out the season with us. Yes. And then that way you have an entire season's worth of stats, and teams can evaluate that and see what they would want to give up. Like the Padres gutted their farm system to get Mason Miller and JP Sears, which I mean, it's AJ Preller at the trade deadline. So What do you expect?
Not much.
I've learned that when AJ Preller's around and he's the GM of the Padres and it's trade deadline day.
He's making a move.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. He's prone to make a move, and he made a few at this deadline.
Would you say that he most likely will mortgage the future to win now? That's kind of general manager seems to me.
Yes.
Yeah,
And Brad, we talked about this on our show after the trade with the Mason Miller trade happened. How the Padres this year they're going to use him as a reliever, but they're talking about in the offseason transitioning him back to being a starting pitcher.
Interesting.
Yeah, that is scary. And you pair that with, I mean, they might lose both Michael King and Dylan Cease, or they might be able to re-sign both or one or the other. Imagine a rotation with maybe an ace Dylan Cease or Michael King, and then Mason Miller and JP Sears and whoever else they want to throw in a rotation.
Yeah, so okay, so I'm looking at the thing with the wild card. The Mariners are not playing tonight, so they're off. So the most they can gain is a half a game on the Red Sox if Boston loses to New York. Because the Yankees own the top wild card spot right now.
Rays could gain a game if they win.
Because it's the division leaders are Detroit, Toronto, Houston in that order. And then
you mean the Astros with Carlos Correa again?
Yeah, then it's Yankees, Red Sox, Mariners with the Royals and Guardians within striking distance at 2 and 3 games.
Yes.
Okay.
Man, they're showing Carson Williams an awful lot for somebody that just got to the ballpark right before the game.
Huh. He's having issues getting on here. I thought it was me, but it sounds like it's his setup or something.
Okay.
Something has to do with Meta. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know. I've never seen that error message before. And I know we haven't had any problems with anyone else getting on because Nicole's been on. We've had guests pass, so I know that's not the issue.
And I've been able to get on, so
Gerald's been on here before with Alex and everybody else. So yeah, I don't know what's going on. So yeah, so if the playoffs, that would be the 6 teams in the American League. National League is Brewers, Phillies, Dodgers, Cubs, Padres, Mets at the moment.
Have you heard about they're trying to realign the whole
there's
MLB
Gerald.
game?
There's Gerald.
He got in here.
Everybody, welcome back.
Hell yeah, welcome back. He's muted.
Yeah. I was hearing that they want to try and realign the whole MLB by 2027, 2028, and screw everything all up.
You saw that too, Lou?
Yep. Screw it.
I saw it too.
Yeah,
I heard it, but
Manfred.
They want to put. I don't mind the division they would put the Rays in. It would be the Marlins, the Braves, the expansion team in Nashville, and then the Rays.
Mm-hmm. Or Charlotte, or the expansion team in Charlotte. If they go Charlotte or they go Nashville, one of the two.
Right.
I think Nashville.
And then I heard the Nationals too. It would be the Braves, Nationals, Marlins, Rays was another one I saw on the map. There's a map of how they would realign it all. I should have got the photo of how they were going to realign.
They would have all the California teams in one.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess it cuts down on
travel.
like 10 o'clock games at certain time. But I mean,
Yeah.
What's up, Joe? We can see you waving. Can you hear us?
Got you loud and clear.
Oh, it's good to have you back, man.
Welcome home.
It's good to have you back.
Yeah. And also it cut down the what I like to call the wear and tear syndrome as well. You know, all the extra, especially
you know what? And it would also cut down on when a team has to call somebody up from like AAA. So, like, for example, say the Rays are in California and like Los Angeles, and we have an injury. We have to call somebody up from AAA.
He didn't do it on purpose, I don't think. Really ran in there, she's going to the bathroom, but Addie's in there.
But, you know, because, like, when you get to, like, now, you know, there's a lot of, you know, traveling, of course, back and forth and, you know, trying to make it into the playoffs. You know, it does a lot to you. And especially when you get in the playoffs, you know, you're playing short series and whatnot. And, you know,
and if you're an East Coast team in the playoffs that has to go to the West Coast.
Yeah.
So, like, for example, say the Mets, they make the playoffs, and they have to go and play the Dodgers in, like, the wild card round, or...
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh, you've been on it all flipping day.
You know, that's a big toll, you know, on you, physically and mentally.
Yeah, I mean, it would, but see, that's the whole thing. I think for them to realign, they have to first bring in expansion teams, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think that's how it would broke down.
Yeah, but what city and state would get the expansion team if that happened?
They've been talking about Charlotte or Nashville getting a team.
And then the West Coast, it would be Utah, Salt Lake City, or Portland.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, no.
MLS Seattle fans when we have about that.
That's not what... Let's see.
I also heard that maybe they're talking Vancouver.
Put another team in Canada? Come on.
That's
right.
I don't like it.
I don't see Vancouver getting a team.
If I see anything, Montreal maybe.
No.
Before.
Yeah. There was that rumor a few years ago that the Tampa Bay owner wanted to split time in most cities, Tampa and Montreal.
That was shot down immediately by the MLB.
Yes.
And I just don't see the MLB expanding back into Canada anytime soon. There just doesn't seem to be a demand for Canadian baseball.
No, Canada is more of a hockey. Canada is more known for hockey than it is baseball.
Well, no, yeah. Portland seems odd to me. I can't see. I don't know about Portland. The problem with expanding anywhere, any expansion team, no matter what sport it is, no matter what city it is it has to be good. You cannot have 20 years of misery and expect to draw fans after the first 3 years.
Yeah.
Hey, we've seen it in Atlanta, in hockey.
Well, and you know what? It's funny you say that about Atlanta for hockey. They're talking about if there's expansion in hockey, Atlanta could get a team again.
Yeah, but look, I mean, but would be successful? Look, they failed twice already. What makes you think the third time is going to be any different?
They're talking about the ownership would actually care this time.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only way expansion works
For the hockey team back in Atlanta, I think it would work.
I do too. If you have the right ownership group,
Correct.
that's the key.
If you have a winning team, it doesn't matter what your sport you're playing. Look at the Knights. You know, the reason the Knights have been so popular in Vegas is because they're successful. They're a winning team. They're competing night in and night out, year in and year out. They're a perennial playoff team who has won a cup.
Yeah, won a cup.
And with everything that's going on in the world of entertainment, with all of the options for entertainment across streaming and video games and movies and music and podcasts and everything else you can think of to entertain yourself with, including but not limited to sleeping 18 hours a day.
Right.
It's not like it was 40, 50, 60 years ago when all the leagues were first starting to expand in the 60s, 50s, 60s, and 70s, where the only thing to do on a Friday night in Detroit was watch a baseball game. The only thing to do in LA was to watch a baseball game. There are places to go and people to see and things to do on a random Tuesday night in LA or in Miami. If the Marlins aren't any good, if the Rays aren't any good, and even the Rays still being we talked Dak to death for the last 3 years. No matter how good the Rays are, they don't draw.
No, because they're in St. Pete and nobody wants to drive over the bridge to St. Pete to watch them.
When there's so much entertainment in downtown Tampa.
Correct.
And there's so much to do. There's so nothing to do in St. Pete.
Exactly. And that's why the new ownership group has said they're going to build the stadium in Ybor.
Do you think that's better? Do you think Ybor's better?
I think it'll draw better than it would in St. Pete. Because people hear me out. More people will go to Ybor than would go to St. Pete.
What I was going to say is I remember it's almost 2 decades ago now. So we were in late 2010. Hey, whoever's got the TV going, can you please mute it? Thank you.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. I just can't hear myself think over this, and it's very distracting. I remember this was like 2010, 2011, somewhere in there, late 2000s, early 2010s. And Red Wings fans asked the ownership in the league if they could start games earlier on Sunday night. They used to start the game at 7:30.
Well, that's a problem though, because that'd be a problem though, because because the 4 o'clock games and 4 games, they run past 7 o'clock, and I don't think the second games will want to compete with that. So that I think is a problem.
Can I finish? Thank you.
Right.
The team and the league agreed to start games at 5:30, so that the games are getting over between 7 and 8, especially on school nights. So during the school year, parents could take kids home, so that they wouldn't have to be getting home at 10, 11, depending on traffic. If you lived in Hamtramck, you're an hour outside the city on a good day with game day traffic. You're an hour and a half, 2 hours from home, waiting for traffic to get out. So the city, the team, and the league all got together and they discussed the plan, and they started starting games at 5:30. And downtown Detroit loved it because people were staying out later instead of just going home after the game. They were able to stay out an extra hour or two, go get food, go play games, take advantage of the amenities of downtown, and they didn't just have to go right home. So that's something that when I talking about Tampa not having anything to do in St. Pete, moving it to Ybor City, starting games earlier in the evening, so that especially on school nights, baseball doesn't. Baseball is a little bit of a different monkey because you play 90% of your games are played when school is out, but
You don't have a degree.
but that's something that I'm surprised more teams don't do is play games earlier in the evening, so that the game's getting over earlier in the night so that people can take advantage of the downtown area.
I honestly, I think it's better if they do build the stadium in Tampa, and the reason why I say that is in St. Pete, where Tropicana Field sits, you have to drive a mile or 2 miles into the city to get any kind of like bars, movie theaters, restaurants, whatever. Where if you build it in Ybor, you're within walking distance of all that stuff. So it would make more sense to build the stadium in Tampa. And with it being in Tampa, it's easier access from Pinellas, Hillsborough, and Pasco counties, which are the major three counties that are Rays fans. But it also can draw people that live as far as, far south as Polk County, as far north as past Pasco. It's just easier to get to.
Citrus County.
Yes. So it would be easier for everyone to get to being in Tampa. But again, like I said too, it makes more sense to have it in Ybor because the entertainment after the game, it's easier to get to because like I said, in St. Pete, the only thing that's close by Tropicana Field is Ferg's. It's a bar. You can walk across the street, you're there. But after that, you gotta like take a Uber, a mile or two into the city to get anywhere near anything else. And that's why a lot of people, again, like Alec was saying, that's why they don't draw. You're drawing people, but you're drawing the hardcore season ticket holders, and they don't have anything to do after the games. And I can be honest with you, being that I was there last year, everybody goes home. Nobody hangs around the stadium after the game is over. No one goes over to when you don't have any entertainment for them after the game is over, whether it starts whenever it starts, it sucks. And that's why that's another reason why they don't draw. So yeah, it would. They started. I think last year or this year, they started games earlier in the evening. I think like at 6:30 or 7 earlier for the fans. Like Adam was saying, on school nights, you don't want to be out late. You know what I mean? You don't want to have your kids out till 10, 11 o'clock at night. So it does make sense to start games earlier. So if the game does run late, you're not making your kid go to school the next day like his mom did.
Right.
Or having to hold them out of school.
Yeah.
An extra, or only being able to go to the game on a Friday night.
Yeah.
Well, no, I remember talking to my grandpa. No, he was an older guy. He was born in '36, and that when he was growing up, there was no night baseball. All baseball games were played in the day.
Yeah,
that's
different.
And that's just when baseball was an afternoon sport. Games started at 1 o'clock and were over by 3, and then you had the rest of the day to do whatever. And now everybody wants every game in prime time. If everybody had their way, every game would be at 8 o'clock on Saturday night.
Which is not really possible.
If talking to Alec is any indication.
Uh-oh.
I'm just teasing.
I didn't even hear what you said. I was in La La Land watching a Rays game.
Oh, I was just saying that if certain people had their way, every game would be at 8 o'clock on Saturday night.
Yeah, but I don't know how Fox would like that.
Yeah, no, I'm hoping that. Well, see, it's all going to be different for the Rays anyway. New ownership is taking over, I think, middle of next month. I think the deal is.
Oh, is it that?
It's almost done. The deal's almost done. So,
Yeah.
me and Alec were talking on our show earlier that they might make a move during the offseason. They might not be one of those guys that waits around. They might go get a guy like I think Alec mentioned, Pete Alonso or Kyle Tucker, the local guy from Tampa, to come here and play. And again, see, they're gonna have to play a Tropicana field for at least the next 3 years. I think the league is up in 2028 anyway, and it's going to take, even if they get a stadium site in line, it takes years. Obviously, we know it takes years to build. Obviously, with the USF Bulls, they're on campus saying not going to be open until 2027, and they're already breaking ground. I know I saw a YouTube clip the other day of a drone aerial view, and it looks pretty cool. I mean, they've broken ground. It's pretty cool, and the season starts next week. So they have 2 more years at Raymond James Stadium, and then I don't know how much I'm assuming the university and the Bucks split revenue. I'm assuming they split revenue because it is the Bucks Stadium. So there must be some kind of split revenue when the USF plays there.
60-40 maybe. 60-40, 70-30, something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's parking and tickets go to the Bucks and concessions go to the Bulls, or vice versa. Something like that.
Or I mean, it might be a true split where it's
50-50.
All the money is put in a pot and then they divide it up, in that 70-30, 60-40, 50-50 split.
Yeah.
It could be, I don't know. It could be that the Bulls get no money from it, that they get to use the stadium for free, essentially, that all the money goes back to the Bucks ownership group.
That could
the stadium management group, whoever, because obviously the Bucks play there, but the stadium's owned by the organization. So it could be something like that where all the money, like instead of paying a user fee, they just get all the Bucks get all the money from ticket sales, concession, parking. All that money is the Bucks money.
You know what? I'm gonna find out, but I don't know who to ask.
Right.
But I'll find out from somebody if they can tell me that information. I'm not sure if that's public knowledge.
Yeah. Well, you can ask. Well,
I'll try to. By the end of the USF season, I'll be there for 5 out of the 6. The only game I'll miss is when I'm on vacation in October. Of course, I miss homecoming. I always miss the homecoming game. Every year, I miss the homecoming game.
I was gonna say you'll be there next week, so
yeah, I will be there next week. I really honestly believe that they can win. The line is they're only a 6.5 point underdog, which tells you that they're not. I mean, it's not like it's a 15 or 14 point favorite for Boise State. So the gamblers know it could go either way.
Right. They got a puncher's chance.
Well, and then on top of that, I think too that if the one question that I have now is who's the backup quarterback, because Bryce Archie, our backup quarterback, was drafted by the Reds, so he's officially in playing with the. He got drafted and signed, so he's gone. So now it's got to be Tate or the other person that they have as a backup, and I think I saw both of them at the spring game. But again, we saw Bryce Archie too, and I'm like, oh well, Archie's gone now, and that's good. I got to watch him play baseball. He's a decent pitcher, so he's going to do very well for the Reds.
Right on.
We'll see if he makes it to the majors or not.
Well, I think they did sign a kid out of the portal, or they got another freshman.
Yeah, we talked about that a couple weeks ago when that deal went down. I remember that now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because we talked about how that he wasn't signed anywhere. He went from unsigned to on a roster. And he was like talking about just going from no opportunities to a backup opportunity. Is like it might not be the penthouse, but you're out of the poorhouse. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He could pull a Tyson Bagent, who just got a 2-year extension from the Bears.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And you just do all the right things. And you learn the playbook, and you wait your turn. And you don't wish injury on anybody. But if something were to happen, or if the guy, if the starter struggles, just stay ready. Just stay hungry. And then when your number gets called, you go out there and you make them take you off the field. You play so good they can't take you off the field.
It's like I go back to Noah Fafita at Arizona. He was 4th on the depth chart
Right.
going into I think it's 2022 or 2023 season. And he just kept busting his butt in practice. And finally they said, oh, we can't leave him on the bench. He has to start.
Yep. And when you get your touches, when you get your opportunities, you make good plays. Make the smart play. Not every play has to be a touchdown. An incompletion isn't the end of the world. No sacks, no turnovers. Stay smooth, stay calm. Make all the right reads and get out of pressure.
And this might be Byron Brown's last season as a quarterback. He's a senior. So we'll see.
The only good drives ending kicks.
Well, you're right. If you make the plays when you're supposed to make the plays, you're fine. If you take advantage of the situation, you can, and like you said, Bud, make them take you off the field. Make them do that. Don't give them reasons why. Reasons why. Don't throw picks. Don't make mistakes. Don't make stupid penalties, which we all know turnovers and penalties will kill anybody. I don't care how good of a football team you are. On both sides, or on all three facets of this game. If you're dumb enough to commit penalties and turnovers, most of the time you lose the turnover battle, you're going to lose.
Yep.
Now, that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to lose the game, but if you lose it, most of the time you're SOL. You're not going to win the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what Bill Belichick is talking about. Is you don't beat yourself first. You don't take dumb penalties. You don't take dumb pre-snap penalties. You don't take pre-snap penalties. You don't take post-snap penalties. That means that you're playing. You're lined up where you're supposed to be. You're in your gaps. You're playing smart. And then post-snap penalties. Post-snap, you're playing. You're playing with discipline.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You're playing with discipline. You're playing with discipline, and from between the whistle, after the whistle, before and after the whistle, play with discipline.
Right.
Don't get baited. Don't get baited into a stupid penalty.
Correct.
Don't line up outside. Don't false start. Don't be in proper formation. Don't line up off the line when you're supposed to be on it. Don't be on it when you're supposed to be off of it. Don't get baited into a dumb penalty. Don't get don't give them a cheap 15 after the snap.
Hey guys, I gotta go.
Okay, Joe.
Okay.
Take it easy, buddy. We'll see you later.
Yes.
I was going to say too with USF this year. They need to do is they need to get off the field defensively, because what's happened in the past is by the time you get to the
I can figure out how to exit out of the thing.
middle of the third, or the middle of the third or the fourth quarter, you I think I can do it. You can. There we go. Did you get it? Okay. Didn't have to go that route. Okay. you get gassed. And then that's what I've seen the last few years is we can score points and hang with the teams, but when it comes down to the times when you have good football teams like the Alabamas, like the Boise States, like the Floridas, like the Miamis who we're playing this year, if you run out of gas, that's when they could take advantage of you. And that's when the Bulls end up losing games that shoulda, coulda, woulda won. And hopefully that's the difference this year where they can get off quickly on, cause the team to go 3 and out, or create turnovers. That's another thing. They haven't done a lot of that either. Create turnover.
If ifs and buts were candy and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct. That's Adam's line. That's Adam's line. We should if we ever do merch, that should be Adam's shirt. That right there should be Adam's shirt. But yeah.
Well, you're talking about getting off on third down. It's crucial to get off early on third down.
Correct.
It's getting, because even if they don't score an extra minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5, 6, 7 plays, it's just so demoralizing. It's so abusive. Oh, it's even if you hold them to a field goal, an extra 2-3 minutes off the clock in a game, in a one score game. And how many times have we watched the Bulls? And it's not just the Bulls; it's college football. It's just football, man. We can go down to 2 kids in the backyard throwing a pigskin around. By the time you get down to the fourth quarter, and you've been out on defense for an extra 15, 20 snaps, and that's the other thing that the Bulls have to do is sustain drive. You can't just get back and forth into 6-play punt, 6-play punt, 6-play punt. So you've got you have 5 drives in the first half, and you've averaged 3 plays a drive and scored 10 points because you managed to get a turnover and kick the field. Your one touchdown is a punt return touchdown. Your offense has produced 3 points in 5 drives.
Yeah.
And it's not. We can talk about any football team in the history of the sport since 1955, because before 55, and Johnny Unitas and really the forward pass coming into its own, if you had 10 points on 5 drives, you were winning that game going away, But I kidding.
I'm only kidding.
And so for the big thing for the Bulls is to know that you're outgunned. You're outgunned by everybody. That you're not, except for maybe Bethune Cookman, You're not gonna line up and go bully ball for bully ball with Miami and Alabama and Florida State and and the Michigans, the Ohio States of the world. You that, right?
Right.
So you can't just line up and go artillery shot for artillery shot. You've got to be in these fields with precision strikes and take advantage of turnovers and create chaos and be disruptive in all 3 phases of the game. And that's how you're going to win going for the next couple of years until you can start recruiting better athletes out of Florida and become that 4th Florida team that gets the 4-star recruit. And that's the problem for South Florida. At least it was a few years ago. I don't know. I haven't looked at their roster recently, but when we first started doing the show, covering the Bulls, they recruited 90 some odd kids on their roster were from Florida, but they were all the 1, 2, and no star recruits. Nobody wanted. And we talked about how, what killed me about Florida, about USF, is, you're in Tampa. And Tampa's such a pretty city. You have everything and anything you can do. Orlando's an hour and is Orlando an hour and a half away, guys?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah. Well, they did get a 5-star last year. They got Martin Grammatica.
No, I'm going.
Did.
Really?
Yeah.
He's like his dad too. He's amazing. Long distance kicks, he's exactly like his dad. Exactly like his dad.
A minute, so I'll be back.
Yeah, Alec, he's fun to watch, dude. He's like a lightning bolt. And I think this year, I think he's going to be the primary kicker. I think last year he split roles. Like on shorter field goals, they had somebody else.
It
And
was
they had him
John
come in.
Cannon last year for shorter
Yeah, on
field
longer
goals.
field goals, it was
Dramatica.
Dramatica. I think it's San Diego. I think is his first name. Santiago Gramatica.
Nico.
That's right, Nico.
Yes.
That's right, Nico Gramatica.
Oh, him.
But yeah, it's fun. It's cool to watch him during warm-ups. That's why I like to get there so early to watch the kids warm up on both sides. You know, both teams warming up. So it's cool. Looking forward to it next week. Four to 3. That's a walk.
7-3, the Rays are down.
Oh boy.
Red Sox are up 4 to 3. Runners on the corners in the top of the 7th with 1 out.
1 out.
Oh, the Yankees we're in New York, right? We're on the road.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because they're in the white. They're in their pinstripes.
Yes.
The white pinstripes.
Is just Nixon Garcia playing tonight?
Let me see, bud. For the Yankees?
Red Sox.
Red Sox? Let me see.
Because you
me
said
pull
he
up that.
just got called up.
Let me see. See what the box score is. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. No, he is not in the lineup.
He must not have gotten to the ballpark yet, or he must have got there late. Like
It's Roman Anthony. It's Anthony, Bregman, Duran, Story, Nathan Lowe, Yoshida, Rafaela, Hamilton, and Narvaez is the catcher. For
who's the outfield?
Outfield is Duran, Rafaela, and Anthony.
Okay.
Anthony's in right, Duran's in left, and Rafaela's in center.
Okay, so that means Garcia probably had the same thing that Carson Williams did. They were late to the ballpark.
And then
well, no, Pawtucket's closer to Boston than Durham is to Tampa.
Yes. In the Yankees, it's Grisham, Judge, Bellinger, Stanton, Rice, Chisholm, Goldschmidt, McMahon, is it Volpe? Or am I pronouncing
Volpe.
Volpe.
Be careful of Trent Grisham. He had 2 home runs the other night against the Rays.
Well, they hit 9 for the second time this season in one game. They had 9 home runs for the second time. I think that's an MLB
you know what,
record.
Bradley? I think Trent Grisham heard us talking about him a couple months ago.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens. See, we pick on people, and then all of a sudden, they're like, "Well, we'll fix that real quick, won't we? We're gonna fix it."
We'll shoot a thing or two.
Over 20 home runs for Trent Grisham.
Let's see. Center fielder. He's currently hitting 247, 23 homers, 48 ribbies, 1 stolen base, 377 at bat. This is all the. So his at bats this season, 23 home runs. His OPS is 809. So yeah, he's doing very well. he's doing very well. And he was drafted by the Brewers in round 1 of the 2015 MLB draft. Now he is with the Yankees.
Interesting choice. The Rays are pinch hitting in the bottom of the 7th. Jake Mangum. That's not good. They're pinch hitting him for Yandy.
Yeah.
He had a home run. Diaz hit a home run earlier.
Yeah, he's hurt.
The Red Sox have the bases loaded with 1 out.
And the bottom.
Could be do or die right here.
Top of this. Yeah, this do or die right here.
Could be.
The Yankees.
Base hit, Jake Mangum. Yes. First and second, nobody out.
If the Yankees get out of this, then yes, the game could shift. The momentum could shift.
First 2 guys on for the Rays in the bottom of the 7th.
Because Roman Anthony's on deck.
Rays need to get at least 1 in the 7th.
The Weaver, Lou, for you guys, he looks like a young kid.
Yeah.
You're a relief pitcher.
Luke Weaver?
Yeah,
Mhm.
he's
I think he's like 33 or 34 years old.
Yeah.
Like a kid.
He looks young, but he's not.
Okay. Yeah, on the mound, he like I said, he looks like a kid.
He's
been
been around for a while.
I haven't been to that ballpark yet. I went to old Yankee Stadium before they closed it down.
Awesome.
I took a tour of Yankee Stadium when I
Yeah.
was there. I enjoyed it. I mean, not that like I said, I'm not a Yankee fan by any stretch of the imagination, but it was cool. That was one of the coolest things I got to do
I've been to the old stadium
when I was in New York.
There's Adam.
Foul. 2-2.
Pitching change in the Rays game after the first 2 guys were reached.
Ooh, he just missed that.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting too that we have baseball on a weeknight.
Yeah.
Thursday night on Fox.
Because it's the Yankees and Red Sox.
Yeah, but the Yankees-Red Sox rivalry is not what it used to be.
No.
It's been that way for years. In my opinion, I don't think it is. It's been.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder why they are doing it on a Thursday night. You know, it's.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying too, Lou. That's my
I mean,
exactly.
I mean, there have been some instances where there's like the Field of Dreams game or something historic, but this is just just for a regular season game.
Got him. Well, there's still 1 out to go. So Roman Anthony's coming up to bat with. Oh, that's going to be it. Boone's making a change. He got Navarez out, the catcher. He's going to make a change. Yeah. Pitching change.
And Narvaez is a rookie too.
Yeah, he just struck out. He just struck out.
Let's see here.
Yeah. See ya. And here comes the mound.
Do you guys want to call it a show right there? Lou, you want to talk about your show before we get off?
All right. Enhanced Sports Show still running. Saturday, 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay. Well, 5 to 7 in the Atlantic time zone. Okay, so yeah, boy. Number is 512-543-4662. We'll talk about MLB. Finals of the Little League World Series should be this weekend. We'll go NFL final preseason week. We got our first full week of college football. Well, I do a week ahead. I do a week ahead of time, so remember that. WWE and UFC wrestling, and NBA and WNBA news. Of course, your thoughts and comments are always welcome. The ridiculous sign of the week, sports trivia, this date in sports history, and I'll let the lighter side of sports story, of course. Now, there is an announcement I wanted to make because we won't be on next week, so I'm going to make it now. As of September 7th, we are moving to a new site. It's called Riverside FM. A lot of us are going over there. There is no call number, but here's the thing. You download it to your phone after that, and I will send people a link for them to come on the show. And there's an option of whether you want to have your face on camera or not, but I think I prefer them not to be on camera. So I mean that's how I've done it for the last 5 years with other services. So the good news is that you are able to participate in the show. The bad news is we don't have a calling number. I mean, that's just how the way this site works. So, a lot of people are saying, "Oh, great, I'm gonna get all messed up." No, you won't, because when I'll do the test show on September 6th, we'll go over it and I will send the link just prior to showtime. So just be aware of that. Other than that, show goes on as it always does.
All right. Well, guys, there will not be a show next week. I will be at the USF game. So we will be back in a couple weeks on here. I would like to thank the three gentlemen for making the show, and Gerald actually for coming on for a little bit.
Yes.
Thanks to him. I want to thank the men and women of our armed services and our first responders. Thank you for doing what you do. We would not be able to do what you do. I want to thank my neighbor's auto detailing company. Again, it's not a sponsor, just a shout out for the time being. Maybe a future sponsor on the show.
Maybe.
But they are a Method Motorsports Auto Detailing. So you just look them up online. Like I said, guys, we will be back in a couple weeks. Until then, I am the Sports Sir Brad Walker. This has been the Walker Report. Everyone, please have a good night. We will see you in a couple weeks. Peace.
Good night, folks.
Transcend it.